أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري واشركه في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. استغفر الله العظيم الكريم الرحيم الذي لا إله إلا هو، له الملك وله الحمد لا شريك له، وله الملك وله الحمد لا شريك له لا شريك له. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه، والحمد لله رب العالمين. We have been studying Quraysh, chapter Quraysh, early Meccan chapters. Still, early Meccan chapters are the revelation was much more frequent during the Meccan period than the Medinian period, but short but very dense in meaning chapters revealed during the Meccan period, and they include really deep meaning. They are very poetic and super eloquent, concise, but at the same time, meaning wise, is very precise, very deep. Although they were revealed during the first period of the revelation, the mission, the prophecy, prophethood of the messenger of God, but they have so large, deep meaning that even after 23 years after the prophet passes away from this world as a human being, thousands of people study all over thousand or more than now, up to now, thousands of years, thousand or more than 1,000 years, the same first revealed chapters, the early revealed chapters, still keep their freshness, keep their fresh meaning in them. If we are not aware of the value of these qualities of these chapters, we just take them on a very shallow way and see them as, this chapter is talking about a tribe in Mecca. And we, of course, extensively studied what Quraysh represents for us, for the later generations, even for the later period of the Prophet's time, especially starting from the Medinan, from the migration, after the migration, starting from the Medinian period onwards, it is universal message. So it was enough, I think, we talked about the significance of Quraysh represents the town and the race, and the significance of the race within the first period of the revelation, and also for us right now. What does it represent? Of course, we emphasized on the importance of the subject Hajj and how deep meaning is ingrained in this worship of Hajj, which is so deep then, so deep that we pray 5 times a day throughout whole life, thousands and thousands of times repeated. But Hajj takes place only once in our life, and it covers all of them. It covers all our prayers, but with one condition. We have to know what every single action that the required action that the person performing this 2, 3 days of worship constantly, for example, prayer takes, depending on how fast the person performs his prayer, none of our business, starting from 5 minutes to half an hour. This is 3 consequent days that we have to keep our consciousness so alive. And then before or after, always we are in the mindfulness of the meaning of Hajj by turning to Qibla while we are performing our prayers. And as if each prayer, including turning to Qibla, means being on the way to Hajj. Being on the way to Hajj, not performing the Hajj yet, but intending, being on the way to receive the meaning of Hajj within, not in a physical, real sense, but within, in a wishing, hoping, I will be able to perform it with this consciousness while we are praying, saying Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, Allah, Alhamdulillah. All these fundamental, if you like, formulas of Islamic teaching, Quranic teaching, we are just preparing our spiritual status to be immersed within or sunk within the notion of Tawheed and purifying absoluteness of God in our understanding. Only you are the everything. Everything belongs to you. Every praise belongs to you. Every exaltation belongs to you. Every thankfulness, gratefulness belongs to you. You are the Hamid. Hamid, which means you originally deserve to be praised. You are the praised one, but not because somebody praised you. Regardless whether a person or more people praise you or not, you are the origin of being praised. It means essentially your essential being deserves to be praised, because here we are in this universe, we have no other option but be in the state of admiration of your only manifestation of your actions, the qualities in this universe. This is just one manifestation of it, because you must be the one who can not only create one star or create earth or create one animal, but you are the creator of the endless universe. It means for us, endless universe, it means you can create another endless universe. So, because you are the absolute source, creation is a means of for you to will, just something to will. That's it. You don't have however it must be. You don't have to imagine and make a project and work on it as an architect. No, 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 no. Just will how the things should come into existence, and you are able to do that. This is sense of awareness of oneness, absoluteness of the Creator, infiniteness of the Creator. Every prayer is a journey to Hajj. Inshallah, may Allah give us this pleasure while we are, especially to me, while we are performing our prayers. How do we come from there, from Quraysh to لإيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف? That is interesting. رحلة إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف, secure in their winter and summer journeys. So familiarity, not strangeness, feeling you familiar with the conditions. You are not really estranged from the conditions which are created in the universe for you, because you and I, we all know that whatever is created, given existence, is from Him, from the one who knows everything at the same time, absolute knowledge, with His absolute knowledge, from the one who wills whatever He wills. Definitely He wills with His mercy that human beings may turn it into something painful for them. Because if someone presents you the best thing you need, if you reject him, what happens? The one who rejects him will be the loser. He will deprive of himself from this beauty. So mercy is out there, but I can turn my back to it. I can reject it as a merciful treatment to me. I can deny the mercy in it, saying that this life is going to end with no meaning. This life is going to be turned into dust, dirt, and become a compost. Although life gives the news that the one who gave existence to you is absolutely merciful. This is nothing but the manifestation of His compassionate treatment to your consciousness, letting you know that by creating the consciousness within you, letting you know that you are valuable in the eyes of the one who has given you existence. Everything you need is provided for you within your own existence, perfectly, perfectly adjusted your conditions and the conditions around you. No contradiction. But while you are secure in your existence, you are on a journey. You are on a rihla. It is very important. Today, I'm intending to concentrate on the security in our existence, but we are on a journey. What does it mean? رحلة. And this رحلة through summer conditions, first winter conditions, and summer conditions, living conditions outside there, different climates. First, we have to understand we are on a journey going through completely different living conditions. Sometimes summer, sometimes winter. Most of them are beautiful, but if we don't utilize them properly, if we don't prepare ourselves properly as it should be, then we may put ourselves in trouble. For example, winter is necessary to provide a new creation, prepare the climate conditions in order to present a new creation to us, demonstrating that, look, all the ones created alive during the spring, notice that they were dead during the winter season. They were dead. So they are brought into life with a conscious being. They're deliberately arranged so that human beings, excuse me, human beings shouldn't be misled that they have to be alive by themselves because they are always alive. No, they were not, they are not, they will not be either in during the winter. You will see it. Okay, just by the way, there is a note. Uh, have you not received the reminder yesterday I sent? One of our friends say she didn't receive the email, reminder email. One of us, please, quickly. One of us.
I don't think I got the email either.
Oh, okay, it must be my mistake. But I send it. If you ask me, I send it. I don't know what mistake I made. I will check after the class. I'm sorry, but I did it, as far as I know, Sunday around 1 o'clock.
Dr. Ali, sometimes it comes back and tells you it went a wrong address. So when you want to check, inshallah, you might look for that kind of your email notifying you. I ended up going to a wrong address.
I will check. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you very much. Go back to our رحلة. Inshallah, to Hajj. Ah, excuse me. No, one second. Now, لإيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف. They're feeling secure in their, sorry, where are we? Okay, here we go. In their رحلة, journey to Kaaba, but not physically Kaaba, Mecca, reach to the pinnacle, peak point in realizing, observing the meaning of Tawheed, absoluteness of God, in our feelings, in our mind, in our soul. I mean, if you like, just becoming sure about the absoluteness of God. Uh, so introducing this absolute creator to our feelings so that they will be, uh, if you like, facing each other. That is, I understand that the creator must be, for example, all knowledgeable, otherwise the universe cannot be like this as it is. And that is the feeling given to me, acknowledges it, acknowledge that the creator of the universe must be so. And I understand that the creator not only must be so, but is absolute, has absolute meaning, absolute knowledge, so that this encountering from, I have to use this Quranic word here, from shahid to mashhud, from both sides. I am shahid and I am mashhud. But at the same time, the absolute being is shahid, it means witness of my belief, my um, security in my belief. But also, he is aware that I know him as he is. As he is means, as far as a human being can know him, not really his essence. So I am also shahid that he is like this, and I am also mashhud because the creator witnesses that I am the witnessed one now, that I am in this state of realization. That is called individual's ascension, which is a word used commonly by the Muslim community, Miraj. So this Miraj ascension to realization of the absoluteness of God in one's life. So I found it difficult. My vocabulary is absolutely restricted, so I can't really uh, embellish it as it deserves to be, unfortunately. But anyway, I will try my best. Love means from my side, I am secure in my existence, in my life, in my expectations, in my hopes, in my fear. Although I fear, but I know that my Creator protects me. I know that I may lose something, but at the same time, I know that my Creator can compensate it with His forgiveness as long as I ask Him to do so. It means repent for my shortcomings, mistakes, and ask Him to forgive me. I am sure He will do that as long as I am sincere in my repentance. So that love security will continue its journey by going through winter, summer conditions, living conditions. Winter condition represents something lacking. Life is lacking. It is cold. But at the same time, it may be so cold that I cannot really bear it. I cannot stand it. It may be so cold. That is what in the language of the messenger of God says, I have seen the messenger describes this case like this. I have seen the poverty next to kufr, denial. Why? It may be the life conditions of winter may be so severe that we cannot bear it and come or start doubting that how come this creator can be merciful? How come this creator don't know how I am in a terrible, unbearable conditions? How can he put me in this way? Maybe he is not merciful. Maybe he is, he doesn't exist. There is no such thing. That is just my bad luck. Maybe because I am under the stress of heavy, severe conditions that I may fall into despair. That is winter, going through winter life experiences. So I may lose my security in him. We have to be careful. We are going to be given all life conditions as the one of the verses of the Quran explains that do you believe or do you think that you are going to be left without given different life conditions so that you may find it hard to bear by saying, okay, I believe in God. Yes, that is just the beginning. That is good, but just the beginning. So as the winter approaches slowly, slowly, we get used to it, get ready. For example, after summer and fall, suddenly temperature drops 30 Fahrenheit. I say, oh, it is really cold. But during severe winter season conditions, maybe January, February, in the northern part of the uh, hemisphere. What was it? What was the word? Something sphere. Hemisphere.
Hemisphere.
Hemisphere, correct? so, for example, I really am afraid of February, the beginning of February, that times. Okay, uh, when this temperature rises to 30, we feel like we are in spring. That's how I experience. I say, but towards the end of fall, 30 degree Fahrenheit was very cold. Now it is very cool. It depends whether which life conditions we are used to. That is why every family life conditions are different. Some people, like me, coming from a really zero level poverty of poor family conditions. Maybe if I remember, and I just recently mentioned to one of my friends that when I was young, 18 years old or something, no, maybe not 18, a bit younger, 16, and I hardly convinced my father to buy me a bicycle. I mean, after struggling weeks, maybe saving, he uh, gave me some money, just enough to buy definitely second hand, not the new one. But I felt I am driving Mercedes, or I don't know which kind of Ferrari or something. I don't know what kind of cars they are, but people say these cars are more comfortable than the others. It was my Mercedes car, brand new. So that is relative. Some people never experience these life conditions. Some people grow out of these life conditions. But everyone will have in his life journey, rihla. That rihla is a very good word. I like it. And we have to learn this word as well, Quranic vocabulary. We have to remember that when we read لإيلاف لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء that is the رحلة we used to talk about it during one of our classes. Yes, so that your prayer while we are reciting these short chapters, which most of the people recite these last short chapters during their prayers. So, Rihla, that is the Rihla we were talking. I am on the Rihla now, am I not? While I'm praying, I am going to Hajj and directing my face towards it so that I am my intention is on the Rihla, on the journey of Hajj. It means reaching the peak of my realization of the Creator, my Creator, being absolute one, unimaginable one, beyond comprehension, incomprehensible one. So that is good maybe to remember the word, original word as well. That, that is why we go uh, through these kind of life conditions in order to train ourselves for every level of manifestations of God's different names at different stages. So I should say, in the winter, I am trained like this so that I understand God's mercy manifests in this way as well. So during the fall and spring, uh, normal or the standard life conditions, but when it becomes really somehow within the capacity of human beings, near to unbearable, not completely unbearable, near to unbearable, very painful life, maybe very painful illness, sickness that we are experiencing. Everybody has different kinds of life experiences. So we will have another uh, relationship between me and my creator. Sometimes I will understand that I am almost zero in my ability to bear these life conditions. I'm completely as if not really in one's real life. It can't be completely. It is the moment of death. So completely incapable of overcoming my problems within the conditions of this world. So I have to submit to my Creator and turn to Him and acknowledge Him as the provider of my needs. It means I understood now. It is not me who is managing with my life. That experience also needed by me. But we have to be very careful. This is a very dangerous state, very dangerous state. Why? We may start doubting. That's why the prophet warns us. Look, being in an poor life conditions may draw you next to denial. Be careful, watch out. That is the peak of realization of your position before the creator. You cannot say that, okay, you are managing with the climate outside, but at the same time I am managing with my climate within my house. So, okay, you may be creating very severe life conditions, and then I hire up the thermostat and then make it comfortable for me, as if I am competing. It doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. No, no. So that we don't really experience the very severe uh, conditions of life. But sometimes when the winter is so severe cold, and our heating system, may Allah protect us in our house, working hard, and the boiler, heater, whatever heats the stream or water or whatever air, cannot bear it and breaks. And the plumbers or the repair guys are busy with many other events like this because of the severe winter conditions, storms outside. So you call them, even you cannot get any reply from them for weeks. Can you imagine how unbearable it may become for us? That is what? A reminder, very, very compassionate reminder. Now, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a comfortable life condition. Don't misunderstand, but it may happen in one's life. So you may be healthy now. Inshallah, you all are healthy now. But at the same time, one of us may be suffering so much that even they cannot move their hand once. 1 minute, I lived this life. Not 1 minute, come on, 1 second. I couldn't move my hand up. I know how it looks like. But my consciousness, I tried my consciousness. That's my life's uh, experience anyway. If it's private, maybe I shouldn't tell. So rather than coming next to the denial, we have to be so conscious aware and aware of our status that I am given these conditions in order to realize that when I am heating the house, I am not challenging the creator. I have to realize that heating, heating conditions, heating conditions are given to me by my creator. I am not heating the house. Okay, the winter conditions outside is God's business, but within my house, it is my business. I am taking the reins of the control of climate within my house. Here is the thermostat, here is the boiler, here is the system, and thank God, that is just lip service, I can pay the bills. Okay. So feeling comfortable, not experiencing that, this may be, it may be the case. I don't think it is with you, but it may be the case for some people. Okay, I am managing my life perfectly. Whatever happens outside doesn't bother me anymore. My system is perfectly working, newly installed or newly maintained. It's a good quality service, for example. So I could pay for it as well. I am comfortable without realizing that this is also God's grace. God takes it out for a couple of days and says, just you need to experience and remember this reality as well. I, it is me who is heating your house, who is providing the system, who is providing the order of the universe in such a way that you human beings can discover how to heat your house. The creation of heat is my action. Creation of machines are my action. Technological devices are my grace to you. provided within the order which I created for you. Just taking it for a while. There are billions of people healthy walking in the street, but there are some people, some small proportion of people struggling for health in hospitals or in their houses. So this is what the life conditions are. So we have to go through these life conditions, رحلة الشتاء, winter life conditions, moderate ones, very cold ones, etc. So lack of power, lack of property, lack of knowledge may be so severe, we have to be careful. Maybe moderate, we have to be careful. Maybe more, we have to be careful. I think we have to speak about this maybe more than we need while we are studying the رحلة الصيف. رحلة الشتاء والصيف. It was رحلة الشتاء ورحلة الصيف. There is no need to repeat, but to make the case clear. صيف, very summer. Summer life conditions, pleasant. Go and enjoy yourself in the countryside. Go to the forests, parks, have picnics there, all right? Why not? Have property, comfortable. Then you may have more than what you need. Yeah, comfortable. But you may be given, you and I, when I say you, I mean a person, may be given so much that he may start feeling secure in his existence, not derived, coming from security, coming from God who provided all you and I may start feeling so comfortable. And it may turn into self-confidence. I worked hard, or my luck went through, and then I am having this property. I don't need anyone. Nothing can harm me. Yeah, if I feel a little bit ill, sick for any reason, I can ask 2, 3 professional uh, doctors to come and take care of it. The most expensive medicine I can buy, I don't mind. It means I can take care of myself. So when we are on the verge of, I mean, the beginning of the month to the end of the month, we are trying to match the ends. So we know that if I get a little bit less, I will be in trouble. But when we get more and more and more, when we reach the peak that our family connections are so nice that we are not only 1% of, for example, American population, we are 1 millionth of American population. There are people, families like this, they may feel so confident in themselves and forget about the provider. This is also possible to go through in one's life. According to one's accustomed way of life, for example, a person coming from a example, these are just examples, imaginary examples. Coming from a poor family, for him, let's say in life standards of America, for him getting an I mean, over $100,000 making, over $100,000 income a year. They say, I'm really rich. Okay. It may cause him to feel that my life is guaranteed by myself because my profession was very success. I was very successful, and I really could do myself the best job and very rare job. I am a wanted person by many companies, or I can run my own company. So I am not in need of anybody else. I, I even employ 100 people under my uh, authority. So 100 people, professionals work for me. There are many companies like this. So these people may think that he is the richest man in the world, although he's not. But according to his background, his accustomed way of life. So not necessarily that we can give a figure that about this people may start feeling self-confident in themselves and forgetting about the creator and their neediness before the creator. We don't know. I don't know. No, no one knows. So we have to be going through these life conditions in our journey of life, journey of realization of one's belief. These verses are so deep meaning. They always speak, we always say that these are all figurative speeches. So we have to understand. Otherwise, لِإِلَافِهِمْ, him refers to Quraysh, their security feeling, security, رحلة الشتاء والصيف, so they're feeling secure in their winter and summer journeys. Ah, you know, one time there was a tribe who was called Quraysh, and the Quraysh used to have really journey. Which journey? It must be trade journey. How do you know? There is no reference to it, man. Why did you find it? Oh, you know, history tells me. Can you understand God's absolute speech in a historical context? It is an universal message, man. I have nothing to do with this tribe. Whatever it is, there is no Quraysh tribe anymore in the world. There is no trade caravans going to south or west in the winter, into summer. Come on. This absolute knowledge manifests itself in a tribe, in a I don't know, one small group of people's travel journey. So what? So they went to the north uh, in winter and to the south in summer. Yeah, yeah, okay. So what? I mean, don't misunderstand me that I am belittling the work of scholars, but in our discussions, we have to understand that this cannot be. Of course, there are some serious scholars that I benefit from. I didn't invent myself this understanding, but common people, it is a popular way of understanding the Quran within the historical conditions of the first revealed period of time and geography. But this is just the first experience of the manifestations of the absolute speech of God. But this is the first step within the life conditions of those people. They might have understood it, which I doubted, which I doubt definitely that the prophet understood that it is that this verses are speaking about my tribe, that they are going to Yemen or Damascus during the winter and during the summer, alternatively, of course. And depending on the season, God is talking about them. I know them. I don't need God to talk to me. What does it mean? Everybody, the Quraysh will say, come on, this is what we are doing. Why God bothers to tell me? No, so it is ridiculous to understand the Quran within historical context. It is ridiculous. To me, it is an insult to God. So we can never, ever take this step at all. This is the first experience of the people. They will say, there is a message here for me. And they may say, within their own understanding, whatever the concepts they had that time, they had to understand it within their own life experience and within their own concepts. That is how the Quran should be read. And I have to understand it within my living conditions and within my own concepts. So my journey of winter and season, what does it mean? My journey of, I'm not a caravan owner. I'm not going from New York to, I don't know, Scandinavian countries or the North, Canada, for commercial purposes or business purposes, and going to, I don't know, South in South American countries, Chile or somewhere, during the winter. Oh, what shall I do with this verse? So we can turn the verses, is a dead document. That is why you may, or someone may say that, where did you get these ideas? None of the scholars say this. No, they do, but they are not popular. You may not know. They are not popular. That's why you and most of the common people might have not heard of it. But I'm not really saying that I'm a great scholar, but I heard of it. That is why, with the authority of those scholars, I can comfortably interpret and present these verses to you. Alhamdulillah, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with this approach. So let's go a bit further, one step, because there are quite interesting points to be discussed. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. Why? Fa means here, because of this, because of these life experiences, as a conclusion of these life experiences, for this reason, so let them worship. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا. Let them worship, a bit soft language, for my understanding. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا. So therefore, they should worship the Lord of this house. House what? Wait, we studied this while we were studying Quraysh, representing Baytullah. It means representing absoluteness of God. Why? Because all the people who believed in the known human history represented, they are the prophets, they are the messengers, not the philosophers, they are the messengers. They all unite that the absoluteness of God can never, ever be represented within the conditions of this universe, let alone on the earth. But for me, it reminds me that Creator, if you like, through its simplicity, through its emptiness, through its open roof. Maybe it is closed now. It is closed, I think, now. Well, for physical conditions, when it rains, maybe I don't care about this. What my mind is, everybody who believes in the oneness of God, absoluteness of God, turns towards that, but geographical point. But we have to understand, I think we mentioned, or I don't remember whether we did it, the earth, geographical location, attitude or something, of the position of Mecca is, it is not the reason that this place is sacred. No, because God pointed a place for us. It could have been anywhere. Don't I don't know whether you do or not. I don't sanctify the earth, any piece of earth. Never ever. Never ever. But it represents, because God said, okay, one point I am going to assign you, that you will unite there annually, to remember to take lesson from each other, how we should really experience physically absoluteness of God by uh, directing our feelings directly connected to Him. It means our soul, our spirit, coming from God, acknowledges, is able to acknowledge its source of existence. So this acknowledgement is fully experienced through this congregation, if you like. If you like, I wouldn't say international, because in Islam there is no nation at all. So the nation means religion. Through this, if you like, united belief, universal agreement on the belief that the creator can only be the one who is the absolute one. Those people will be physically uniting as well, because we are here created in physical forms as well. So it could have been Pekin, it could have been, I don't know, somewhere in some other places, but historically it happened that it was Mecca. Okay, that's it. Not because the earth is sacred, because the assignment of the center for human or the believer's heart, pumping for acknowledging the absoluteness of God, was done. This assignment was done by the Creator. He said, okay, this point. Otherwise, if God asked Egyptians, definitely sacred place should be Cairo, especially the Turks. Definitely it must be Istanbul, huh? Nowhere else. So for Pakistanis, it must be Karachi, etc. I mean, just an uh, ordinary, how do you say, just names I am mentioning, not necessarily that it signifies anything. So every nation will say that sacred place must be uh, my famous place. Cairo is an example, let's say. But God says, stop, Mecca. All right? It becomes sacred because God decided it, not because the earth is sacred. Every piece of earth is sacred anyways. But this is called harem. It means in this place that I assigned for you, there will be no other power, other object, other thing, which will be acknowledged but only me. None of the human ego will have any freedom, but only the freedom to choose and follow God's will. That is the gist of Hajj. That is the gist of Hajj. Once submitting his will absolutely to God's will, That is why during the ihram, it means making haram for acting independently for your free will of God's absolute free will. God has created one stone on, on somewhere there. You have no right to move this stone using your free will. But in other times you can. You are given permission. But within the haram, there may be a fly coming and landing on your head. You have no right to kill. You have no right to move it. This is only right you have to acknowledge that this fly is acting according to God's will, and God's will is to be here. I have no right to chase it away or kill it. That is haram. It is represented in the Quran. You cannot, what is that? What is the word? You cannot hunt any animal. You cannot hunt any fly, mosquito. No, you can't. Why? This is the 3 days worship in your life only once. During that time, if you cannot do it throughout your 80 years of life, for 3 days, complete submission to God's will, only within the vicinity or in this within the environment of this sacred place assigned by God, then you have not educated yourself enough. It means you need further training, education. You have to take more courses, more training, more laboratory experiences. You need it. That is why Hajj is very difficult, my friends. Very difficult. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't go. No, you have to prepare yourself through years. Of course, we reduce preparation for Hajj only to financial preparations. You cannot go to Hajj with money. You can go to Hajj with enthusiasm, experience, getting ready, the, the severest, the most difficult experience of life in order to submit, total surrender to God's absolute will. Can you do that? You can go to Hajj. You may be billionaire. You can go to a place which is called Saudi Arabia, Mecca, and then you can be there, your body, but your free will be still prevailing, subordinating your spirit, and being the actor in your life instead of acknowledging will of the Creator. That is very probable. So it is better than nothing. It is just the gist of it, something you may experience, but what is the real meaning of Hajj is really preparation. That is why this rihla is very important. After this rihla, now you come to worship the Rabb, the Lord of this sacred place assigned by your Lord. It is sacred, it is sanctified just because God, you're the owner of the universe, owner of the earth, assigned it for you, for nothing else. It is really beautiful because to see the sacredness coming from the Creator and you submit yourself to it by going there. So please be careful. When some of us, inshallah, will go to Hajj, while we are going to Hajj, never ever say, I am going to Saudi Arabia, I am going to Mecca. No, no, no. I am going to house of God, which is assigned by God. You have to unite there as an ummah who submit to oneness of God, they themselves coming to experience in a form of festival, every individual how to submit themselves to the absolute will of the Creator with no egoism whatsoever. With no egoism whatsoever. Ah, you understand that Hajj is really worth experiencing once in one's life, and that experience will be enough for this person, a source of energy of Iman, so that rest of his life, yes, I have gone through this experience, I can do it now after Hajj. Continue, but of course, it is not haram anymore. So, within the conditions of Sharia, as the Quran describes what to do, what not to do, doesn't say you couldn't do this, you couldn't hit that stone on the street, small pebble, just you have to submit yourself to God's will. Everything else will be left as God willed. That is haram, is you cannot hunt. You cannot do anything what you want there. You can do only what God wanted for you to do. So complete submission for 3 to whatever days you perform your Hajj. So فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت. Another meaning, very deep meaning. Therefore, since you went through Rihla and reached the peak of your realization of the absoluteness of your Creator, now worship the Lord of this Bait. Now, what is the Bait? Assigned by God, yes. Kaaba, yes, absolutely. But at the same time, anything, your Bait. فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت, your house. Anything. For example, you find secure in somewhere. فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت. Why? Because you are not worshipping the Bait, the house. You are not worshipping the house. You are worshipping the Lord of this house. You are not worshipping the property. You are expected to worship the Lord of your property. You are not taking pride of your property. You are expected to worship, be proud of the Lord of your property, who is the one who gave it to you. You are not worshiping the delicious food provided by your husband, wife, whatever. You are worshiping the Creator, the owner, the Lord of that food. You are not worshiping your youth. You are expected to worship and experience this through your life rihla journey, to worship the Lord of your youth, who is giving you freely your youth. Everything you can put under this Rabb Hadha al-Bayt. Worship the Lord of this house. Do not worship the Lord of the house, including the Kaaba. Definitely. But at the same time, This is the, if you like, constitutional principle, article of the Constitution, one of the main articles of the Constitution. Throughout your life journey, رحلة, every conditions, winter, summer, whatever is created for you, but try to experience your consciousness, your awareness that you are the worshiper of, you are expected to worship the Lord of whatever you feel secure, haram. You're secure. It means, I have this beautiful clothes on me. Yeah, that is your bait now. But don't worship the clothes, the one who provided the clothes for you, and also the one who provided in his order of the universe, the way he creates the universe, that the, let's say, sweater you are wearing is the means or created to be the means of warmth for you, protection for your body. That is provided. So don't worship the universe. Worship the provider, creator of the universe. For example, when you are using the telephone, don't worship the telephone, don't worship the technology, don't worship the engineer, but worship the provider of the technology, which is driven from the order of the universe, which is also provided by the creator of the universe. Worship him. Don't worship your telephone saying that this is the most updated, highest technology available. I am having this. I am proud of my machine. I am proud of technology. I am proud of human development, that they are really making wonderful devices, technological gadgets, and we are using it. Look at this, I don't know, spacecraft working, what such a doing and such a wonderful things. Look at the technology, GPS, every point is perfectly uh, fixed and presented to me. Even when I am walking, the technology up there really measures it, how fast I am walking. All right, they are correct. Don't worship these gadgets, these devices. Worship the Lord of these gadgets, who provided the order of the universe, so that the human beings can benefit from it. He provided the human ability so that it can discover what is hidden, what is hidden within the heavens. This is the language of the Quran. We have to discover what is hidden within the universe, within the, within the sky and the earth. It means what is hidden within the order of the whole universe, so that you have to discover it. But in physical form, you discover the technological gadgets. But Lord of this technological gadget must be discovered, which kind of qualities that the creator has, and manifested it in the earth, presented to my consciousness, so that through these order of the universe, elements of the order of the universe, I can acknowledge the qualities of my creator, the Lord of my creator, qualities of the Lord of the universe. So, the Lord of the order. Don't worship nature. Worship the Lord of the nature. This verse has endless meaning. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. It must be a, how do you say, fundamental, what was the word? Let me remember this. Oh, okay, didn't come. Not foundation, this, uh, not the poles. Fundamental. A building is based on this
Pillar.
pillars. Thank you very much. It must be the pillars of our understanding. These words are so meaningful, full of meaning. Yeah, yep. Alhamdulillah. I don't know whether it is enough to stress, and really we have to keep our mind fixed to this meaning so that we can really prepare ourselves for Hajj. And then financial side is easy nowadays. You can, inshallah, you can manage. Even if you cannot manage financially, that is okay, but you are spiritually ready for it. That is the point. The life is giving us rihla. Rihla is giving us to get ready for it. Financially available, you can go. Financially not available, you may not go. But financial capacity is not the point. That is just secondary thing. That is just a side factor. The real factor, getting ready, because all this, oh, excuse me, I forget this application of this technology. God, okay. Okay. Let's study the last verse. Oh, come back. الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. This Lord of these things, everything, bait, the Lord of this bait, the one who has fed them, أطعمهم, against hunger, and has made them safe from fear. Now, fed them against hunger, أطعمهم. It means a physical experience of the things, not necessarily only hunger. It's just an example at minjur, but minjur, hunger. We understand only feeling hunger in our stomach. That is correct, but not only. Any hunger, any need. Somebody's mic seems to be over. Aisha Khadja. Okay, I'll turn it on. Okay, please turn it off. Yeah, thank you very much. It happens. Don't worry about it. Don't feel it. It's all right. So it happens to some. I make mistakes as well. Oh, what's happening? Come on. All right. Now, feeling hungry for anything. So if it is satisfied, definitely know that it is satisfied. It is satisfied. You are fed by the Lord of the house, Lord of this stuff, whatever you have. You can extend the meaning to not only food, but everything. That is physical side of it. Before our time is up, I have to go into وَآمَنَهُمْ مِنْ خَوْفٍ. Oh, that is very important, and we have to be very careful. Then this Lord of the house is the one who has made them safe from fear. Now, nowadays, people are, including myself, I'm sure you are conscious of it as well, asking Allah to protect you in physical terms, in also verbal prayer. May Allah protect all of us, maybe all human beings, not maybe, definitely, all human beings, any sort of fear. And let's feel all secure in our existence, in our life. That is our need. But it doesn't guarantee that we will be secured, but we have to express that we are in need of feeling secure from all sort of fear that we may experience in our life. But what is the fear? We may say that I am afraid of being poor. I am afraid of losing my health. Correct? Correct. How about your spiritual side, your soul? Your soul feels that let's put it has no security for his anxieties, for it is worries, for it is fears. No security, because we all know that we cannot secure anything. At the very end, we all know that we will not be able to secure our existence, our life, our health, our beloved ones, nothing. We will just be taken away from this world. That is our fear. I don't want to lose anything, but I will. I am always likely to lose. I cannot guarantee anything. I have a wonderful family life. We don't know 1 year later what will happen. God forbid. We have all fears. So we have to turn our hope to the Lord of the house of this universe, Lord of the house of the universe. So it is the school for us. I love this. I love this idea, this approach, to see the universe as a school for me, a training place. So going through my journey of training here. So how can I make secure? How can I make fear secure? Only by acknowledging, because worship is acknowledgement, acknowledging that the Lord of all things in the universe, whatever happens in the universe, whatever the events are created for us, this Lord of everything in the universe is the one, the only one who can be point of security, who can be the securing force, securing power. Who else? Who can secure our fear? The stars? Who can imagine that the stars will secure my fear? None of us. Secure, I don't know, the mountains, they seem to be very strong. They don't know me. Maybe the forests, the atmosphere, but they have no consciousness. You see, we understand that we may feel secure in our efforts, having money, having insurance, having family support. These kind of things are having a very precious profession. These kind of things are more real to us. So we have to understand that وَآمَنَهُمْ min khaf gives them security, make them feel secure from fear. only is possible if we understand and realize that whatever is given to us, either in the form of need or in the form of provision, that provision not necessarily food, but the clothing is a provision, family protection is a provision, your good or precious profession is a provision. All of them are given to us by the Creator, and everything else is transient, definitely will go away, and I'm going to lose definitely whatever I have in this world. They say it very the common language among the Muslim population. They say the shroud has no pocket. Shroud has no check or credit card. Shroud has no bank account. Shroud has no relative. You may be living with your beloved husband or wife for 60, 70 years. You may really, how to say, celebrate your 50th, I don't know, silver year of your, or the gold year of your marriage. But my dear friend, and I'm telling you and myself as well, when I die, my wife will not be with me. When my wife dies, I won't be with her. Everybody will have his or her own place in the grave. That is the physical expression of, you know, you have no one in this world who will give you security, really, let alone the money. Your most beloved ones will leave you alone, physically experiencing this. So it is a call for us, experience this physically, and remember that your soul also will be alone before your Creator. Only. No one can support you. The Quran is full of, I counted once 21 verses, explicitly states that get ready for a day. Nobody can help you. You will be only for yourself. You will run away from your most beloved mother, father. Isn't that the good opportunity for us to realize, if God forbid, Hafizan Allah, if one of our beloved ones are visited by the angel of this virus, because you know that the death angel, Azrael, is an angel. These viruses are Azrael's army, soldiers. So when they come and visit us, we have to say angels are visiting us and reminding us something, that we cannot secure our life. American most developed health facilities may not be enough. So look, may not be, maybe, may not, that depends. But whatever it is, at the end, we will be visited by the angel, Azrael, death angel. So we will be taken away from it. This is the reality. So what we have to do, all the means, yes, we will use them, but we won't worship them. Using them, benefiting them will be a means of thankfulness, means of praise, means of glorifying the one who provided them for us. But we have to bear in mind that we have to worship the Lord of all the hospitals, all the technology, all the order of the universe, and all the medicines, all the banking system, insurance system, worship the Lord of this facilities provided by him. So you can feel security only after acknowledging him and seeking refuge with him. I think this is so deep. الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. Historically, people say, and the Quran also mentions the Prophet Abraham prayed God that make this place full of your grace, bounties. So he left his wife there in the middle of desert with a newly born baby. That is his story. But it represents beautiful things. And Abraham left his wife and child alone in the middle of the desert because he knew, he must know the Lord of this house is the one who needs to be, who is the one we can trust in only, not the means. He can take care of us. This belief made Abraham so confident in himself by leaving Hajar and Ismail. What happened? What happened? He became the most sacred place because Abraham experienced his utmost level of trust in his belief in God, trusting God at the utmost level. I know you will take care of God. But for me, I cannot leave my wife and children in the desert saying that I trust God. No, no, no. I must. It is a symbolic teaching. No, no, don't do that. Don't leave the children hungry, say that God will take care of them. No, it is a means of, I mean, teaching in a, if you like, um, metaphorical or allegorical sense that, look, that needs that is the example for me that I have to trust in God so that really, really my wife and children in this condition, if I do the same thing, is taken care of. I will understand that only God can do that in the utmost level of realization. That is the symbolic teaching of this realization, not a physical example that the prophet never, ever, the messenger of God, the prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. He never ever left somebody with no care and said that God will take care of you. Bye bye, I am going. So it is not real life experience of the prophets. These are just figurative speeches of the Quran presenting to us. So I think that is the way pieces, parts and pieces and bits from here and there, we have to learn how to read the Quran, how the absolute speech of God, endless knowledge of God manifesting itself in the speech of the Quran must be read and benefited from, inshallah, for all of us. The time is really over. Thank you very much for your patience. Inshallah, we will study the following Al-Qari'ah to Al-Qari'ah. I think it is the Qari'ah. The chapter comes after this chapter in the sequence of the chronological revelation. So the Qari'ah, it is another beautiful, but of course, if we read it literally, it is just frightening. Inshallah, we will try to understand this beautiful message of our Creator and apply it to our life. Don't turn it into an alien monster for us that we don't understand anything. Who are they? What is this? I don't know what Qaria is. Even the Arabs didn't know what Qaria is. It is a strange word for them. What does it mean? So, inshallah, we will pray Allah, we will worship the Lord of El Qari'ah, and inshallah, He will guide us as much as we are sincere in our seeking knowledge. Inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.